Hi
Good
guys.
morning.
Good morning.
It is, how long has it been, Jess and Lisa, since we've had a chat? Like 4
Oh,
years
well, we,
gone?
we first chatted 15 years ago because it's our 15-year anniversary as the Veronicas this year.
Yeah, so
But
yep,
we
that
wouldn't
checks
have
out.
seen you. Yeah, we wouldn't have seen you or chatted, what, 6 years?
6 years.
It's been a while, and I was just saying, like, I'm so sorry to hear about Colleen. I had no idea that your mum had a brain disease, and you guys are full-time caring for her right now.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with a rare neurological condition called progressive supranuclear palsy
Whoa.
5 years ago, and we spent a few years trying to get that diagnosis. It was first diagnosed with a few other things, and then because it can, with neurological conditions, they can present in different symptoms, and it can be
Mm.
very confusing to get the diagnosis. But this is progressive supranuclear palsy, and it affects her motor and cognitive function, her ability to walk, talk, speak, swallow. So she can no longer walk, and she, is in palliative care now.
So you guys have you moved back like last year to just look after her as she goes through this? I can't imagine what it is like to watch a parent just literally degenerate in front of you. And I know you guys are super close to your mum. She's been on this journey with you. Like I've met her a whole bunch of times over the 15 years that we've known each other. And she's this beautiful ray of light. And I can't imagine what it's like to see that fade.
It's incredibly difficult. It's devastating. The grief involved with neurological decline and motor decline is it's indescribable, my love. It's she's our best friend. She's
Mm.
our hero, and every day we are floored by her strength and her ability to fight to keep herself.
Yeah.
But it is incredibly difficult. She's a witty, independent, strong woman, and that will never change. But to see someone's power taken away from their independence, ability to be able to care for themselves, taken away from them by
Mm.
something this devastating is, it's an indescribable feeling.
Do you feel like, as you're her carers right now, it's almost part of a healing process for you to be there for her in the capacity that you can be as her carers?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. It's, a big reason, obviously, coming home and really having the honor of stepping up and being able to care for her on that level. Because, we were saying we were raised by the most loving, amazing woman. She taught us how to give that love and care. We're a testament of that love, of her love. So to have the opportunity to give that back to her now in her time of need it's like Jessie said, it's so indescribably hard, but it is the greatest
Greatest honor,
honor.
yeah.
And the more that we can give, it is a healing experience for us to be able to just give everything.
Does something like this bring you guys even closer together? I imagine that you're as close as you possibly can be to your mum, but in some regards, something like this really does bring you that much closer together. Have you felt that over the last couple of months?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a few years now since we've been going through this, and, because it's every step that happens with a disease like this, every decline, you're grieving something new. And so to be able to have someone else that understands what you're going through within that grief, within that stress and responsibility and that heartbreak, is
We're
incredibly important.
we're so lucky to have each other.
Mm.
And there's 2 points why we're here to talk about Carers Week, because there's 2.6 million unpaid carers, people who might not even realise that they are carers in Australia, that might not have a twin sister to be
Yeah.
there to support them. And there's so many amazing resources that you can tap into. carersweek.com.au. Want to hear your story? We've shared our story on there. We want people to know that they're not alone, that there are 2.6 of us out there that are also feeling this. And
it can be incredibly isolating, especially during this time with COVID, and then also just the way that society is structured. We're very uncomfortable talking about mortality, illness, death, grieving. We all just try to put our happy faces on Instagram. It's a culture where we're not necessarily encouraged to share that part of ourselves, and that can be incredibly isolating. And we feel that it's so important to be able to normalize and mainstream the fact that, it is an incredibly difficult position to be in, that as a society we need to support people who are caring for those who need care, and that they're not alone, and that we're just so thankful to anyone who has been in that position or is currently in that position or will be in that position, just to say thank you for connecting to your deep compassion for the people that you love. And it is challenging. There's no way around it. It is the hardest thing someone will ever have to go through, but it is what makes us human, and it shows the other side of the resilience and the strength of the human spirit. And that's so important to remember. It's so important to remember that.
It's a huge credit to both of you for I'm getting upset.
Yeah, it's difficult. And you're a new mom, it's like, you would never want that, your child to have to see that.
No.
But it's such an honor to be able to help someone continue to have dignity within their last, moments of their life, because they deserve that. And unfortunately, you're not guaranteed that. In fact, if anything, we're seeing that more than likely you're not afforded that. You're not afforded dignity at the end of your life. Something can come along and take that very quickly from you. And it has to be the people around you that know you and love you and care for you that will help continue to give you what you deserve.
Yeah. You guys are so brave, because it's really easy to put on the face of fun and pretend that you're not breaking inside, but it's so evident from looking at your beautiful faces that you guys are just breaking. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that. And from what I know about your mom, like all of my interactions with her, I felt like she's everyone's mum. She's got like the truest of mothers' hearts, and I've always felt so loved by her. And I just know she would be so grateful that she raised such resilient and incredible girls to be able to help her through this part of her life. So I'm really, really touched to be able to have this really honest conversation with you guys. And we don't normally end up in tears when we catch up and chat from being sad. It's usually from laughing our asses off. But this is also real life, and I'm really proud of you guys for standing up and saying our lives are not perfect, our hearts are breaking, but if you can reach out and find someone to help you through, then you guys have done a really great thing by getting this message out there. So thank you for being so vulnerable.
Thank you so much. It's, we live in the honor of her every day, and all we want is for this to be different for people in the future. We want we want answers. We want, emphasis on getting research into neurological conditions, and just for people to know that what they are doing in a position like this is second to none. There is nothing more important, and there's nothing that we are more grateful for, that there are people that are dealing with this every day. So many, 2.6 million. I mean, that's an indescribable amount of people that are going through this, and that they're not alone. Because even with the two of us, siblings, we still feel alone, even from each other. The responsibility is overwhelming. The grief is overwhelming. I could never have imagined. You never think it's going to happen to you, but the likelihood of you knowing someone that this happens to, or it happening to someone in your family, is so high. And so everyone deserves the compassion and the understanding that it is hard, because that validation is so important. It is hard work.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking work. It is absolutely devastating. And
I feel like I want to jump through the Zoom and give you both a big hug right now. It's, you know, sitting here and listening to you guys talk through this situation. And thanks for joining us on the show this morning.
It was so lovely to see you, but I'm so bummed that it's under such like hectically sad circumstances for you guys. Can you please give your mum a huge hug?
We will absolutely.
Like the biggest hug from Maz.
Yes, we will do that, Angel. You were like our little triplet.
I know. We would always joke about it. We'd always get in photos together after an interview and be like, I'm the third Veronica.
Exactly. She'll love that. And yes, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to chat about this with you guys.
That's all right. Take care of each other as well.
Maz has been showing me some photos in her phone from back in the day, ladies. So,
you guys.
Yeah, she's got a few photos.
Can I just say, we've all aged very well in 15
I was
like,
girlfriend, you were unbelievable.
You are such a hottie.
No, the three of us, like there's something going on there because I feel like you guys look pretty much the same as you did on the set of TRL back in 2004, and that was a really long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, love you so much, my love.
I love you too, guys.
Great to see you guys.
Gawndy and Maz, weekday mornings from 6.